Hey guys, musicninjamat here, finally making a new video today. It's been really weird because I had that massive list of videos that I had to get through, and now that they're all done, having a clean slate, looking around for new ideas, it's been quite fun but odd. Still saving up for new equipment for the channel. As I mentioned in a previous video, I have found the camera, the microphone, the lighting, everything that I want. We've got our graphics made, like we're really just pushing now to not relaunch the channel but start a new era of it. It's just been really difficult saving up. I've recently put a house bond down on a new house, so I'm moving again. But the next house I move into, I should actually be staying there for like a couple of years, so that's good. I'm actually going to be talking about some comic books today. I did my Marvel and DC reading list videos showing what titles I've been picking up. I'll put the links to both of them in the description. And these are just a couple of titles that aren't on those lists that I've picked up that I didn't mention at all. The first one is Marvel 2 in 1. This came up as a book that they were releasing for Marvel Legacy, and I just had no interest in it. However, some preview pages got put out, and I liked the art and I liked the dialogue, the way it was written, and they were saying that there are some Secret Wars links in this as far as Doom's concerned, so I was like, okay, they've piqued my interest, and I read this issue and I actually really liked it. It's written by Chip Zdarsky, and you've got Jim Chung on art. And what I like about this, it's a Fantastic Four book. But obviously Reed and Sue were off creating universes. Human Torch was doing stuff with the Inhumans and the Unity Squad, and Thing was off with the Guardians. So we get to see them reunited, and we get to see kind of the frustration that Johnny has, and they're both sad. They both want Reed and Sue back, and they both don't know if they're alive or not. And it's like I said, the art is fantastic, but just the way the characters are written, the way they talk is done really well. In this issue as well, you just kind of see Human Torch is pushing himself, really pushing himself to the limits. It's how he's coping with everything. And we see that Ben finds out where Reed and Sue are, and the big hint is like, pretty much they're gone. Doom's like, they're gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. But then Ben, to kind of comfort Johnny, is like, no, they're definitely out there somewhere. And Doom's watching them, and Doom's like, why would you lie to him? But there's hints as well of Human Torch losing his powers, which I think is quite interesting. And I feel like this is going to be a big build-up for the return of the Fantastic Four. You actually do get to see hints of them as well. It really has piqued my interest, and I want to see where it's going. We've got a DC book up next, which is Batman Ninja Turtles 2. I read the first one of this, and I just really enjoyed it. And then I saw this advertised that they were making a sequel, and I've picked it up, and Bane is the big villain this time. It's essentially Donatello's unsure of himself. He wants to talk to Batman, just ask him some questions, and Donatello and Bane end up swapping places, and they're like, shit, you've let Bane loose in your universe, and it's just about, stopping Bane. The art in this is phenomenal. It really is. It's some of my favourite art I have seen ever in a comic book. The script is by James Tynion IV, and it's drawn by Freddie Williams II. This is also just one of the rare books where Damian is still a pain in the ass but not completely unlikable. It's just a dark, gritty book, and it feels like these are two properties that maybe, in a way, don't make sense together, but when they do come together, it just really works. And finally, Avengers No Surrender. I read the Worlds Collide story that ran through Avengers and Champions, and then I heard about this, which is this book is going to come out every week for 16 weeks. And basically not a lot happened in this first issue. I've got the second one ready to read as well. But I liked the idea that it's bringing all the Avengers teams together. So you've got US Avengers, Uncanny Avengers, the Core Avengers, Occupy Avengers. We're bringing in some new characters as well. We're going to have some returning characters. And it just feels like they're finally bringing Avengers all back into just kind of one core book for a huge event. The Earth actually gets moved, and it's causing all this shit to happen, and the Avengers are just trying to contain it. And it's just the classic big end of the world scenario, and they all have to come together to stop it. I adore these covers that they've been doing in Marvel Legacy. I just think they're really nice. Another thing that happens is that certain heroes get like frozen, so it focuses on some different characters for once, which I think is quite a nice move. It's written by Mark Waid, Al Ewing, and Jim Sub, with the artist Pepe Larraz. And we kind of get Living Lightning as like our ride-along character, and I find they often do it where you'll have a ride-along character for these stories. But I'm interested to see where this goes. Like, just from reading the first issue, it has to set up the event, so now just need to see it unfold. And my plan was, once it's wrapped up with issue 16 and once I've read it all, do a video on it as well, just talking about the event. Two more comics I wanted to mention quickly, because they're ones that are on the horizon coming out, is we've got Infinity Countdown. Naturally, they're going to do another Infinity event with Infinity War coming out. It looks interesting. There's the mystery of where are the stones and who's holding them, all that kind of stuff, like classic Infinity stuff. And there's the Dark Matter banner for DC, which is coming out of Dark Knight's Metal. And they basically said the Dark Matter thing is loads of new titles. And they finally released a look at each title, some of the art, they've been doing sneak previews, telling you essentially what the title is about. And I looked through all of them. You've got like a clear Hulk ripoff and a clear Ghost Rider ripoff stuff like that I'm not interested in. There are some team books, but I'm not a fan of their premises. But the one book that I loved the look of and read the preview pages, and to me, I've never seen anything like it, and I'm interested to read it, is a book called Sideways. But that's the one book from the Dark Matter banner that I think I am going to pick up and try. I already know what I want my next video to be, and that's a Mario Odyssey review. However, whereas I've played bits and pieces where I can, because I've actually been playing through the Kingdom Hearts series at the moment, Pete has pretty much 100%ed Mario. He did in like 2 or 3 days. So because he knows the game, all the levels and whatnot, I actually want to do that video with Pete. It's just waiting for me and Pete to both be available to sit down and film it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, as it really helps the channel out. If you go into the description below, you'll see our social media links and all that good kind of stuff. And I will see you in the next one.